Good morning, students. Now, today we will continue with the lesson number 7, Getting to Know Plants. Our next topic is parts of a leaf. A leaf is a flat and green structure on a plant coming out from a node on the stem. So, this is a leaf. It is a flat and green structure of a plant, and this is coming out from this node on the stem. Now the parts of leaf. First is petiole, stalk of the leaf with which it joined to the stem. So this is the petiole, and its main function is to join the leaf to the stem. Here you can see also this is the petiole, and its main function is to join the leaf to the stem of tree or plant. Next is leaf lamina, the flat green portion of the leaf. This is the leaf lamina. Here you can see this portion is leaf lamina, this flat portion. Next is veins. These are the networks of small, narrow, tube-like structures on both sides of the midrib present in the middle of the leaf. So, these networks are tube-like structures are known as veins, and these are present on both sides of the midrib. And where is the midrib? This center vein is known as midrib. You can see here also this center vein is known as midrib. These are the side veins, and this is the leaf blade. Here you can see this part is known as leaf blade. This is the tip. Here this is the tip. This is petiole. These two structures are stipules, which is not present here, and this is the stem of the leaf. So I hope you can understand, or you have understood this parts of leaf. This is the midrib. These are the veins. This flat surface is known as lamina. This sides are known as leaf blade. This is petiole. Node and stipules are not present here. So basically this is the main structures or parts of a leaf. Now, what are the functions of leaf? The main function is transpiration, process of losing water by the leaves of a plant. So transpiration is the process of losing water by the leaves of a plant, and this is the main function of a leaf. Next is preparation of food by the process of photosynthesis. As you all know that food is prepared in the leaves of green plants by the process of photosynthesis and with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll. Next is leaf venation. The pattern of veins on the leaf is called venation. The pattern of veins which is present on the leaf is known as venation, and it is of two types. Number one is parallel venation, and number two is reticulate venation. So first is parallel venation. When the veins are arranged parallel to one another all over the leaf blade or lamina is called as parallel venation. So you can see here when the veins are present parallel to one another, so the venation is known as parallel venation. You can see here also in this leaf, you can see that the veins are arranged parallel to one another, and this is known as parallel venation. This is the example of parallel venation. Other examples are grass, sugarcane, maize, etc. Next is reticulate venation. When veins show network or web-like arrangement all over the leaf blade or lamina, it is known as reticulate venation. When the veins are arranged when the veins show a network of web-like arrangement like here, so this is known as reticulate venation. You can see here also, here these veins are arranged in a web-like arrangement. So this is an example of reticulate venation. The other examples are rose, neem, mango, guava, etc. So there are two types of venation: parallel venation and reticulate venation. When the veins are arranged parallel to one another, so it is known as parallel venation. And when the veins show web-like arrangement all over the leaf blade, so it is known as reticulate venation. Plants having leaves with reticulate venations have taproots. All the plants which have reticulate venation, they have taproots, while the plants having leaves with parallel venation have fibrous roots. And those plants which have parallel venation, they have fibrous. Now, next is flowers and its parts. So what is the flower? It is the reproductive organ of the plant. Flower is also known as the reproductive organ of the plant. So these are the parts of a plant which we will discuss one by one. Number 1 is pedicel, stalk of the flower through which the flower is joined to the branch. It is joined to the branch. So this is the pedicel of the flower. You can see here this stalk is the pedicel of the flower which join the flower to the branch. Next is sepals, small green leaf-like structures on the thalamus. They protect the flower. So what are sepals? These small green leaf-like structures are on the thalamus are known as sepals. So this swollen part is known as thalamus, and these leaf-like structure are known as sepals. You can see here also these leaf-like structures are known as sepals. Next is petals, brightly colored leaf-like structure present inside the sepals. Petals attract the insects and help in the process of reproduction. So these brightly colored leaf-like structures are known as petals. You can see these are the petals, and the main function is they attract the insects and help in the reproduction. Here these red brightly colored leaf-like structures are known as petals, and these petals help in the process of reproduction. Next are stamens. These are long, thin and needle-like structures. These are male organs of the flower. It consists of two parts, anther and filament. So stamens are the long and thin needle-like structures. These are the male organ of the flower. So this is anther and this is filament, and this whole structure is known as stamen. You can see here also these yellow parts are known as anther. This red tube-like structure is known as filament, and both of them together are known as stamen. So, and this stamen is the male organ of the flower. Next is anther. The swollen tip of the each stamen that encloses it in a small powdery substance called pollen grains. So this yellow part is known as anther. Inside it, a powdery substance called pollen grains are present. You can see here also. These yellow parts are known as anther, and this tube-like structure is known as filament. Inside these yellow anthers, pollen grains are present, which look like a powdery substance. This is the anther, and this stalk-like structure is known as a filament, and together it is known as stamen. So next is filament. It is a long stalk-like cylindrical part of the stamen. The function of the filament is simply to hold up the anther. This part is known as filament. This you can see here also. These tube-like structures are known as filaments, and their main function is to hold the anther only. Next is carpel. It is a flask-shaped organ in the center of the flower. It is the female organ of the flower. It consists of 3 parts: style, stigma, and ovary. So this is the carpel, and it is the female organ of the flower, and it consists of 3 parts: stigma, style, and ovary. A long thin tube-like structure which is swollen at the base is known as style. So this long and thin structure which is swollen at the base, it is known as style. Next is stigma. Small round and sticky part of the carpel at the top of the style that trap the pollen grains. Next is stigma. This is stigma, small round and sticky part of the carpel, and it is present at the top. Now the next is this is stigma is present at the top of the style, and it traps the pollen grains. Next is ovary, swollen part of carpel that contains ovules. This is the ovary. You can see here also. This part is known as this yellowish part is known as the ovary, and inside it ovules are present. Here you can see here, this is the ovary, and inside it ovules are present. Now you can see this clearly. This yellowish part is known as ovary. This is the ovary. Inside it ovules are present. So these are the parts of flower. So there are so many parts of flower: pedicel, sepals, petals, stamen, anther, filament, carpel, style, stigma, ovary, and they have different functions. And this flower is the reproductive organ of the plant, in which stamen is known as male reproductive organ and carpel is known as female reproductive organ. Stamen consists of anther and filament, whereas carpel consists of style, stigma, and ovary. So this is the structure or parts of a flower. Now there are several functions of flower also. So what are the functions of flower? Flowers help in reproduction. So flower are the reproductive organ, that's why they help in reproduction. These become fruits that store food and seeds, and these flowers become fruits that store food and seeds. Modified flowers like cauliflower, broccoli are the rich source of vitamins. So these cauliflower and broccoli are modified flower which are also considered as vegetables, and they are rich in vitamins. So next is stem. Stem from the central axis of the plant body give rise to a number of branches that bear leaves. The stem bear leaves, flowers and fruits. So stem is the central axis of the plant body which give rise to a number of branches. And the stem consists of leaves, flowers and fruits. And there are several functions of this stem. So what are the function of stem? It provides support to the plant. It provides support to the plant. It bear important plant parts. It consists of important plant parts. It help in transpiration. Stem also help in transpiration of water and food. Thick and fleshy stem make food, and some stems also make food, whereas in green plants leaves make food, but in some plants fleshy stem and thick stem also makes food. Underground stem stored food. Underground stem like radish, carrot store food. Stems modified into tendrils give extra support for plants, and some stems which are modified into tendrils which they give extra support to plants. So I hope you have understood these topics, that what are the parts of a leaf, and what are the functions of these parts of the leaf. What are the functions of leaf? What are the two types of venation, parallel venation and reticulate venation? Parallel venations have parallel arrangement of veins, whereas in reticulate venation the arrangement of veins are web-like. Next is flowers and its parts, or the structure of a flower. There are several parts: pedicel, sepal, petal, stamen, anther, filament, carpel, style, stigma and ovary, and they have different functions. Next is the functions of the flower. Help in reproduction. They become fruit that store food and seeds also, and some modified flowers are rich source of vitamins like cauliflower and broccoli. Now the next is stem. Stem is the central axis of the plant body, and they have several functions, like they provide support to plant, they bear important plant parts, etc. So I hope you have understood this topic very well. Thank you, and see you in the next video.